if I say Biggie's name, that's only because, because he sits there usually. Chris Demm was just telling us, but this is about names as well, that Chris Demm always goes to the grocery store. Is it, do you always go for the silver special?
Yeah, but we kind of got off our schedule, so I was not able to go on Senior Citizen Day.
What is Senior Citizen Day?
Thursday at my store.
Okay, so that you
may not be able to go tomorrow.
It's just, it happens.
Yeah, sometimes your rotation's messed up.
So you had to get out there with the hustle and bustle of the young people.
I did. The music mix is different.
Oh, yeah, everything's different. Yeah, when you're not there on your regular day, on Senior Citizen Day, everything's different. He says there's a woman there that knows his name.
She's my favorite cashier. I go out of my way to get into her line. Yeah, she's the one who turned me on to the silver discount.
Yeah, didn't even know you really were eligible for it. And she,
we kind of converse about this and that. We talk about her kids and Batman movies. Her kids are a fan of Batman. That kind of thing. Yeah,
really. And so she calls you by name every time?
She calls me by name every single time. And it's remarkable.
I don't think I've ever had like a favorite cashier. I did have a favorite waitress over at the biker bar I used to go to because she was so unbelievably attractive. I mean, we used to go when
to sit in her section.
Golly, my tennis guys and I used to go and sit in her section. And she would come over, and sometimes she'd say, "Oh, hey guys," she was like, "Oh, you guys."
You remember her name? You don't have to say it. I'm just asking if you remember.
No, I don't think I remember her name because it's been a couple of years. She got married.
Bummer.
There goes your shot.
Well, I'm happily married, so there was never a question of any kind of sparks or anything. But we would go sit in her section just to say, hey. She was always so nice too. She was
weird.
She was unbelievably
in a tip-based business.
God, and she was in such great shape. I mean, she was gorgeous. And then one day we went in there and she had a big rock on her finger, and we were like, "Oh, okay."
Can we sit over there now, please?
Yeah. Then we went somewhere else, But it was, I don't know.
You stopped playing tennis, didn't you? Shortly after?
Yeah, gave it up. Gave up the game because
switched to pickleball.
Really, what was the point? And we picklers don't go out after. We just stay.
You just keep playing.
We just keep on playing until late into the night. That's right. So, so she calls you by the name.
Yes, and she was so, she remembers my name. She knows the job that I have, and sometimes she'll say, "What'd you talk about on the show?"
Yeah.
But every single time she is convinced that my name is Nick.
And you don't correct her.
I don't.
No, because there's a point when somebody calls you by the wrong name.
She is so convinced that I'm Nick that I'm now doubting my own name.
Maybe you are Nick, and you just don't know it. I think there comes a point, too, where you go so long, and it's like, there's no point in correcting it now. Now it's just embarrassing to correct it,
Yeah.
So, just be Nick then, as far as you go. Why not? Just do it for her and be Nick. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I can be Nick for her.
Did you? And you said, now this is another Chris Demm shopping story. He just mentioned this to me, that yesterday you assaulted someone. That's a real shock for you because you're so mild-mannered. But you assaulted someone with their own purchases at the grocery store.
Correct. I walked into, some of it's a big grocery store, and there's 2 sets of doors to come in. And they keep all the carts out there in this little, little ante room.
Right, yeah.
So I walk in one door, and I'm going to grab a cart, and I see a packet of toilet paper, like a 12-pack of Charmin.
Yeah.
Lying in the middle of the floor.
Yeah.
And I say, well, that's odd. And I see people just kind of walking past it, just breezing past it. And then I look at the opposite end of the door. This is maybe 25, 30 yards away.
Yeah.
I see a woman walking out the door, cart full of stuff, bagged groceries.
Yeah.
And on the bottom of her cart, underneath, she has the very same 12-pack of Charmin toilet paper.
So do you think
what I think it was that she bought 2 packages,
one dropped
one
off.
slid off.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing there. It's just that open bottom part.
So you're a person that will help her. You'll pick it up and go give it to her.
Yes, but she was elderly.
Okay,
but spry.
Yeah,
and so I had to sprint halfway across the cart area.
Do you think she described you later also as elderly but spry? I'm sorry. I just pictured her getting home to her husband and go, "This nice elderly spry man helped me."
I don't want to. I think she was older than me.
Okay,
significant.
All right. Well, I think you're right.
All right.
So you're getting ready to help her.
So now I'm kind of at a dead run, running across the cart area, dodging shoppers,
Yes.
scooping up the Charmin as I run.
Unbelievable.
And I'm only halfway there. Now I have to go. She's already made the turn,
Right.
and she's halfway across the driveway into the car part of the parking lot.
Yes.
So now I'm running after her with toilet paper. Ma'am!
Right, with
Ma'am!
You're a hero. To me, it's heroic. It's heroic. You're coming after this.
People are diving out of the way. Ma'am!
You got Charmin over your head. Yes.
And she doesn't hear me.
No. Right.
She just doesn't, won't, doesn't think it's me, doesn't think that it's her that I'm after.
Right.
So finally, I get up on next to her cart and I say, I think this is yours. And I put the toilet paper on top of the other pack of Charmin.
Right.
And say, have a nice day.
Help! Get away from me! Help!
I hope it was hers. We don't know.
Yeah.
Did she say, "Oh, thank you"?
She did say, oh, thank you.
He's a hero. This person here, he does something like that.
They just call me Nick.
They just call him Nick, the hero, the Charmin hero. He goes out of his way. It reminds me, I just heard this story today. This was on Reddit. A woman posted it. You know, I go to Reddit sometimes. I'm a social media guy, whatever. I'm out there.
That's not social media.
I don't know.
It's just a tower of BS.
Yeah. It is a tower of steaming BS is all Reddit is. That's right. I go on there for sex stories mostly and the gym to talk about things that happen at the gym. But I never post. I just lurk and read.
No, that's called voyeurism.
And then I'm a voyeur. Then call me a voyeur because
a lurker.
Okay. And I get sucked into stories that I see. I'm like, oh, okay, this is interesting. One woman put a video up there. It's about finding something. This is so typical if you are a parent of teenagers. This woman has teenage kids, and she saw when she went upstairs to her kids' rooms, and she would be cleaning and whatnot, or she would be just up there putting their laundry away. And there was an Uno card in the hallway right outside their 2 rooms on the floor, and she thought to herself, I wonder how long my kids have been walking past this Uno card and never pick it up. That's so typical of kids. They never pick anything up. They never put anything back where it's supposed to go. That's my parents told me, and now I tell my kids, just put it away. Take it out, then put it away. There's always that. They leave cabinets in the kitchen open. Cups and bowls go up to their rooms, and you don't see them again for weeks. And my wife will be like, where are all our cups? Where are all the bowls for cereal? Well, my son will bring down 8 at a time. He's got them up there.
Does he have to be told, Kelly, to bring them down?
Oh, my God. Time.
He won't do it voluntarily.
No. Yeah. And with laundry, he never brings it down. And then this happened this week. He came down Sunday, and he goes, I need some clothes for school. And my wife has told him every day, bring your laundry down, bring your laundry down. And so he came down it was late on Sunday night. I was up surprisingly late. It was like almost 9 o'clock. And he goes, can you do my laundry for the week? It's 9 o'clock on Sunday night. And she goes, no, I cannot do your laundry for the week. No.
What was his fit on Monday?
Who knows? Something he'd already worn. I saw him smelling stuff like, okay, this will pass. This is what he does.
I bet he doubled down on the axe.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure that's right. So this woman, this mom, she saw the Uno card laying out in the hallway, and so she thought, I'm going to do an experiment here. She taped a $50 bill underneath it. So
one of those.
Anybody who picked up the card and she put a little note saying, if you pick up this card, you can have the $50. And so she chronicled it for day after day, and then she edited it all together.
This is $50. This is an Uno card that's been camped outside my 2 boys' rooms for I don't know how long, and I'm going to put $50 under it. The objective of this experiment is to see how long something can sit on the floor of my house before somebody picks it up. Honestly, I've lost track. Look, there it is. It's over a week and a half. There's a blizzard today. I've been here all day. Who was it? Where is it?
One kid.
Somebody picked it up.
29 days. It took 29 days.
Wow.
And the kid picked it up, and she goes, what? And the kid finally picked it up. Her younger son, she said, picked it up. He's 14, and he got to keep the $50 after 29 days of it laying there outside both their rooms, 17 and 14. Almost the exact same ages of my kids.
I can see the psychology of both sides. The kids thinking, it's not my job.
Walk right past it.
And the parents will think, well, if I leave it there, someone will see it and pick it up.
Surely. I mean, you're going past it day after day after day. But they never did.
The same sort of thing happens here in this building.
Yeah.
Like with There are people in this building who bring food with them to work.
Yes.
And will leave a dirty dish.
Yes.
A fork.
Yes.
You know, and I don't know if you've been in the break room. There's a dishwasher down there.
Right.
And there's a giant sign that says, "Don't leave dirty dishes in the sink."
And yet
it fills up
all the time.
And it goes, and weeks go by, and eventually someone, probably the same person, loads up the dishwasher and then unloads.
Just one person does it.
It's the frazzled mom figure.
That's right. And I guess it's just the mentality of, I didn't do it. It's not my job. Somebody will take care of it. You know, somebody will get it.
I mean, every chair that Kelly's been sitting in since the last 20 years is out back right now.
Still.
In the chair graveyard, and nobody's taking it to the dump.
Is that true?
Yeah,
There's still
there's
all
like
out there.
50 chairs out there that just sit.
Just fading in the sun, bleaching in the sun.
We don't like to bring up how many chairs I've broken. I'm rough on chairs.
He's hard on chairs.
There was a time that made me very self-conscious about my weight. I felt like it was body shaming because I was the only one that sat in the chair and then it'd wind up broken. So, of course, I would blame it on Biggie and say, well, Biggie sits in this chair. Well, really, he didn't. He had to have his own special chair, which, that was brought in. And I would say, no, Biggie. People would say, my God, you've gone through 7 chairs in 10 years. I said, well,
it's not all me.
Biggie. Biggie sits in it like 10 minutes a day, and that's really with the wear and tear on the. No, it turns out it was me wearing down these chairs. And do they? They just sit there. Nobody's going to do anything about it. Nobody's going to do anything with it. That's how it is, I guess. I saw this thing today. This is about food. If you have dirty dishes, food sits in the refrigerator here forever. People, you never clean it out. We
used to have a boss who once a month would kind of go mental.
That was his hot button thing. That was his.
He'd page the entire building.
Yeah. If you want it, get it out of there
now. I'm throwing out everything tomorrow. And he would.
He did. He would go through it and clean it out. I always feel like it's a great feeling of satisfaction when you do finally clean out the refrigerator. It looks nice, and you clean up in there. It's so rare that it's done.
It's a strange little facet of your personality.
Me.
Yes.
I like things neat occasionally. I do. I like to clean it up.
You don't like anything cluttering your house. However, your workspace.
Yeah. It's different.
Is a zoo.
But I try to straighten it every once in a while. Like right before a vacation, sometimes I'll straighten it up.
Yeah.
But that I don't like clutter. I hate clutter on like a DVR when there's so many shows and you haven't watched them.
That's deep-seated psychosis.
I love the idea of cleaning them out,
You really need to talk to a professional.
I love the idea of getting things cleaned or getting it neat. I mean, right now our garage is such a disaster. And my wife always says, I'm getting to that. And I'm like, And every day I see it, and every day it stays the same.
It's an all-new Snapped.
That's how
You know what baffles me? How many people don't use their garage to park their cars?
I know that's true.
Like, I've never had a garage in my life. I have one now, and I park my car in there. But everybody in our neighborhood, cars parked outside the garage.
Yeah.
The garage is just used for storage.
That's right.
It's just filled with stuff.
It's amazing to me.
Bikes, grills.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tools.
Hobbies, whatever.
And we have that stuff in there, but I will never have it get so bad that we can't park the cars in there. And, I mean, my wife and I, that's our one area of fighting. Well, I'll take that back. We fight about the temperature in the house. I still won't let her turn on the air conditioning. I refuse to let her turn on the air
Has it
conditioning.
been like in the 80s?
Yeah. But because I know it's going back to the 60s this weekend, so I say, hold out, okay, and keep until it's really going to get warm. Then we'll turn on the air conditioner.
How do you think your kids will remember this argument?
Badly.
That used to make us sweat.
Yeah, because I will not let them turn on the air conditioner. But clutter in the house and like attic and basement and garage, we always fight about.